Forbes magazine recently said that Sri Lanka can be the next best thing to Africa, and I would fully endorse that. We're a small country, smaller than Ireland. We offer so much. We are 21 million people, 6,000 elephants in the wild already. It defies all logic. We have probably the most dense population of leopards in Asia. Over 500 birds to decorate our forests. And as if that is not enough, we have blue and sperm whales at sea. So this is a complete myriad of, natural world at its best in such a small country. So there's so much to discover. You're talking of traveling from Colombo just 3.5 hours to Yala. You're seeing leopards and all the dry zone birds. From there, you drive another 3 hours, you're in the Horton Plains. And from there, another 3.5 to 4 hours, you're in elephant country. 3 hours from the north central province, you're where the first point of call for all the migratory birds are, from Mana to Jaffna. And beyond Trinco, it's a whale watching country. The general winter season that peaks with tourism in Sri Lanka starts October onwards, and that is when the northeast monsoon starts. But if you are a leopard lover, Sri Lanka is pretty much year-round. So is for the elephants, because you see generally people speak of elephants in Mineri and Kaudulla, and that's the gathering that forms by, let's say, May, June and goes all the way to October. But we sometimes forget that Udwalave is a park that has elephants year-round. So if you want to come and see Asian elephants, and by the way, Sri Lanka is home for 10% of all Asian elephants. Such a small country. That is the magic here. So seasonality-wise, if you are looking at leopards, it's pretty much year-round, but you just got to avoid the big monsoon months, May, June, October, November. But as the winter season peaks by December, all the way till March, April, it's perfect season for almost everything, because leopards coincides with the blue whale season. And the southern season starts by November, goes all the way to April. And the Trincomalee season in the northeast coincides with that by March, April. It's perfect. And elephants are always there in Udwalave. But by middle of the year, by May, June, the gathering forms. And we call it the Great Elephant Gathering. And then it's totally, elephant country in the north central province. With the arrival of tangible peace after 2009, where the whole country became so peaceful, we quickly moved our whale watching operations and explorations to the east. That's based from Trincomalee. And we soon discovered that the blue whales arrive in the Sri Lankan waters, at least to the continental shelf area around Point Pedro, and then they travel around the country eastwards all the way up to Trinco and maybe beyond, because our explorations are limited to that extent. And while watching blue whales, which is like magical in 2008 and 2009, some of my teammates, namely Daya and Nilantha, they found one day countless sperm whales. And when I say countless, literally countless. And some of my best known marine specialist guys from Europe said, you guys must have counted dolphins, because you generally don't see 120 sperm whales, right? Because in most countries, seeing 40 to 50 is called a superpod. Then a couple of experts came, including Dr. Charles Anderson, who is a very senior marine biologist, British-based. And Dr. Charles came and he saw this, said, look, Chitral, this is not a superpod, it's a megapod. And we were very fortunate to convince the Blue Planet 2 crew to come and film their sperm whale sequence in Sri Lanka, right here in Trincomalee. And they counted over 200. And that is in the sequence. So, 26 cetaceans are found in this country. And there are multitude of dolphins, sharks, and then the whales. It's amazing. Colombo is a wetland city. And there are a lot of great places, including the Talangama tank, to every possible tank that has a myriad of bird life. So, it's not in the densities of what you might find in Mana or in Kumana, but for the patient bird watcher, it's a treat. But Colombo is also home to a hidden creature, pretty much nocturnal. These are the wild cats, right? The rusty spotted cats and the fishing cats, mainly the fishing cats. And fishing cats have adapted to live on the drainage lines and the water lines and the sewage lines of Colombo. And they're all over. In any home garden there are trees, there are the birds. Then we also have the monkeys, the purple-faced leaf monkeys. These are fabulous creatures. And we have, it's a threatened species. And it's abundantly found in and around the suburbs of Colombo. So, you travel 2.5, 3 hours out of the city, you have all this magic of seeing all the wildlife. But If you look carefully, patiently, the diversity even right here in the city is quite phenomenal. And we are lucky to have that.